Gandhi once said the greatness of the nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. There are many atrocities going on against animals that it is just mind-boggling. People neglect, abuse, profit from puppy mills, and do experimental testing on animals every day. There are many ways that we can help these defenseless animals. I have adopted 3 dogs that have endured some form of suffering from the hands of others. Every year, 6 to 8 million animals enter the U.S. animal shelters. We have all seen the ASPCA commercials on TV asking for donations. All these animals look like they are saying, "Please take me home." I wish I had the money to help this cause. U.S. animal shelters and private humane organizations take in animals to share the burden of pet overpopulation. I guess this is better than seeing the animals get dumped off on the side of the road. These animals typically get run over and starve to death. Some facilities use an injection to put the animal to sleep. Although being euthanized is a horrible thing, it's probably a better way to end the pet overpopulation. One way to help the pet overpopulation is to adopt an animal from a shelter. While in college, my brother visited an animal shelter and he saw a black, tan, white puppy with big brown eyes looking up at him. He called home the next day and asked my parents if he could adopt the dog. At first they said no, and then he said she was going to be put to sleep, and then they said, "I guess so." Angel became his best friend. And when he moved back home, she became a part of our family. Whenever he leaves, I do not believe we will let him take Angel with him because we love her too much. Giving love and getting love back is the greatest reward a person can have. Some animals are taken to no-kill shelters. There are many terrific pets for adoption at these shelters. We have one of these shelters in which the area I live in. People take in their pets because they can no longer afford to take care of their animals, or they are moving to a place that doesn't allow them to have animals. But some people dump the pets off during their after hours or on weekends when they are closed. The dog that I adopted from this shelter was put in a cardboard box during their after hours with her brothers and sisters. Some of her brothers and sisters did survive, and some of them did not. At the time, this shelter went to places like PetSmart to show the pets available for adoption. But some of these pets are unadoptable and are warehoused in cages and have lack of socialization. Sandy has some behavioral issues and still does to this day. She has recently lost her eye to cancer and has some bone and joint problems that she takes a daily pain medication for. Sandy is now a part of our family. Another atrocity going on is the puppy mills. These are large-scale commercial dog breeding operations that profit over the well-being of dogs. Puppy mills began after World War II because of the widespread of crop failures. People knew purebred puppies were a full cash crop. Some of these dogs have all kinds of diseases, have all kinds of health problems, like epilepsy, heart problems, kidney disease, blood disorders, eye problems, and respiratory disorders, to name a few. These dogs are kept in overcrowded cages, unsanitary conditions, without lack of proper care, food, water, and socialization. You see this on the news all the time about finding warehouse dogs in overcrowded conditions and in filth. A lot of these dogs are taken to pet shops and they are sold for a profit. I bought a puppy from a pet shop that I believe came from a puppy mill. She was sick and had a growth on the right side of her eye. No wonder she was 75% off. She also had a kennel cough like many of the dogs do in the puppy mills. Isabel became another important part of our family. She is quite the lap dog and she is always happy if someone holds her. We have to stop these puppy mills by not buying their puppies at pet stores and the websites. The last atrocity I will talk about is animal testing. I was surprised to find out that cosmetics, personal care products and cleaning products are still tested on animals, although modern day testing methods are available. Huge multi-product manufacturers continue to poison and harm animals. Universities and hospitals also imprison animals for the use of painful and deadly medical training. A lot of these senseless experiments are funded by our tax dollars. Monkeys are addicted to drugs. Sheep and pigs have their skin burned off. Mice grow tumors. Kittens are blinded. Rats are made to have seizures. Dogs are cut open. And cats have tubes forced down their throats. When I think of all the suffering and pain inflicted on these animals, it makes me sick to my stomach. All the profit made off these defenseless animals is a crime. The only way to stop these manufacturers is to not buy their products. It can only be said that we as Americans do not love our animals as much as we claim to. We certainly can't save all animals from abuse, neglect, puppy mills, and experimental testing. But on some small scale, we can do our part to help these defenseless animals. I, for one, will do what I can to help these animals. My hope is for all animals to live long, healthy lives and to be cared for with love and respect.